Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Anna and Remus. Today, we are going to talk about an occupation. It is editorial staff for a company's social media pages. In order to describe this job in detail, we divide the contents into 6 parts. First, let's begin with the description of a typical day. Generally, editorial staff usually has regular working time. They clock in at 9 o'clock. Then they look at every social media platform and see the post. They have to measure social results and add to spreadsheets, and respond and engage with community. After that, they have to look at the editorial calendar and the to-do list, checking the deadlines for the post they will write. Schedule new content to buffer. Do some research and start to create content. After the content is done, they have to think of some catchphrases, headings, and some appealing images. Finally, they lay out the framework for the social media pages. Next, I would like to talk about the educational pathway of editorial staff. To acquire this job, you have to have a Bachelor of Science in Marketing or Communications. So are there any required skills, personalities, and professional qualifications for this job? Yes. If you want to be a member of editorial staff, you need to have these skills. First, you have to have solid knowledge of search engine optimization, keyword research, and analytics tools, for example, Google Analytics. Second is familiarity with online paid advertising. Next, you have to be good at delivering creative web content, such as text, image, and video. Last but not least, excellent communication skill is important. In addition to these skills, the personalities are important too. There are 5 personalities which are required for this job. Creative. You have to be able to create innovative and appealing content to attract people. Communicative. You have to make sure you are writing in a way that connects with the specific audience you are targeting. Collaborative. You need to be able to work effectively with colleagues such as graphic designers, content editors, and web developers. Disciplinary. You have to be able to work according to the editorial calendar and meet the deadline. Detail-oriented. You need to ensure your content is free from spelling and grammar errors. Next, Remus will talk about job posts, industry models, and the remaining parts.
Hello everyone, my name is Remus, and I will be talking about the remaining parts of this presentation. And the first topic I want to talk about is job posts and industry model. And the first job that I found is a social media editorial for an international trade company, and it requires you to run their social media site like Facebook, Instagram, Line, and YouTube. And they want you to be innovative so they can have more views. And it also requires you to have some basic editing skill or some Photoshop skill. And also you'll have to do some photo shooting or filming, and also trimming and editing those videos for them. And the most important part that I found here is that you will have a priority. If you used to be a social media editorial, you have a priority for interview. And the second job post that I found is also a social media editorial for ROC General Commerce Chamber. So this job, there's something special. It requires you to market their product, and also you have to upload on their social media sites every day, so they can have more views. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the industry model. And the industry model that I found is Anya Barica. And so she's a full-time social media manager and coach. So which means not only is she expert in social media manager, and she's also very good at teaching others to become one. And so she specialized in cracking codes on Instagram hashtag, which means she creates some very distinctive hashtag for her um, client, and so she designed a hashtag for them to use. And also she used organic marketing on Instagram, which means she can attract many viewers to her client's post. And also she used signature hashtag strategies. And this is her personal Instagram. You can see that she won't have many followers because this is the Instagram that she do a business and coaches her client. Then it is her success story. So in this page, we can see that if you want to become a very good social media editorial, you must be innovative. So you can always have the latest idea that haven't been created. And you should also be informative so you can catch up to the latest news. And also you want to be valuable in your skills so you can always be one step ahead. And also you want to optimize the use of social media tools so you can design a better page. And next I'm going to talk about common job interview questions. And so these are 6 common interview questions when you are interviewing for a social media editorial staff position. So the most important thing is the first one. So you have to have the skill to use Photoshop and Microsoft Office, Adobe software, and sometimes maybe Dreamweaver for website design. And you have to be adequate. And the second one is also very important. It is a very important part when you going to find any source of job. So you really need to have the experience, and it will have you a huge advantage when you're finding a job. And also, the third one is the most common asked. So, like, why did you want to apply for this position? And the fourth is that do you have adequate skill to solve customer complaints? And this one is a very important part when it comes to social media editorial because you're often typing to your customer and trying to solve problem or answer their questions. So you should also need the ability to solve their complaints. And also, the fifth one is that are you good at learning some new information? And this one is quite important for media editorial because if you have the latest information and you can have one step ahead. And also the sixth one is quite common, which is how fast can you type? Next, I want to talk about my personal job SWOT analysis. So this is my SWOT analysis for social media editorial, and my strength will be I'm good at handling complaints or interacting with customers online because I have done some sorts of job before, which is telemarketing. So I often talk to customer on the phone, so I am very good at this one. And my weakness is that I'm not very good at using editing software or Microsoft Office software, and I'm always not as expert in these sorts of computer things. So this will be my weakness. And the opportunity for this job is that there are a lot of vacancy for editorial media, and almost every company needs one because the social media side is become so common. It's become so common now. So most company will need to hire one editorial media. So it ensures that this position will always have some vacancy. And the threat will be that I think this job is quite entry level, so you might be replaced at any moment. And also there are a lot of people trying to pursue this job. So it will be really competitive for you to enter this industry. And this is my presentation. Thank you for listening.